Hello, my name is Meryem Alaoui. Je m'appelle Meryem Alaoui. Je viens du Maroc. I'm from Morocco. I've been living in Canada for 20 years. J'habite au Canada depuis 20 ans. And I've been living in Toronto, which is an English-speaking city, for about 13 years. Donc j'habite à Toronto, qui est une ville anglophone, depuis à peu près 13 ans. Et je vais continuer le reste en anglais. And I started to choreograph pretty much right after I finished school, the School of Toronto Dance Theatre. And it came from a desire to have a voice as an artist, but without necessarily using words. So it gave me an avenue for expressing myself through movement, through the body, through the experience of the body. And I've always been interested in what's happening inside of us, the inner world, the inner experience. So very early on, I didn't name it that way, but I was working with subtle things, subtle energies, let's say, movement that's from inside of the body, not necessarily movement that's dictated by the outside, but something that really happens inside of ourselves, inside of the body. And I've always been interested in the non-visible, because there's lots happening that's not necessarily, that we're not trained to see in our daily life, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or it's not there. And also what's not said. Sometimes things are being said loudly, but not through the voice, not through words. So I'm also interested in that as well. And the connection to the body, the communication that happens on a non-verbal level, the communication that happens through the body somatically, has always been something that fascinated me. Since the birth of my daughter, about 3 years ago, I really started to question my place and my identity as a Moroccan woman working with the body, working as an artist. And so now I have a real desire in addressing that directly in my work, and also to connect back to the community of artists that are still in Morocco, because there's so much happening in countries like Morocco. There's so much talent and passion and desire to work in dance, through the body, as an artist. In addition, I try to redefine certain terms that are used or that we hear often in Western dance, like choreography or structure or objects, material. And it's not just for the sake of redefining or wanting to break things, but it's really coming from a place of, okay, let's look at these terms or look at these concepts and see beyond what's usually presented, the habitual views that we have of these ideas, because there's a lot more to it than what we've just been used to seeing or doing out of habit, out of repeating patterns, pretty much. I'm at a place right now where I'm starting to own my voice as an artist, as a woman, an Arab, Muslim, North African woman artist living in Canada, which is my home now. I've been living here for 20 years, and I'm also raising my family here. And it's an interesting place to be in, where these two worlds find themselves next to each other, where they meet and combine, and I don't want to say collide, but really combine to create something new. And I'm very grateful and for that double experience that I have now from both sides of the Atlantic, from the north and the south, and from the east and the west.